Hello and welcome back to 7 Days version 2.0. We're over in the snow biome because we did a tier 5 that went into the night for Hugh last episode. Why is there a random dog out here? Guess maybe a night spawn. Right, I'm gonna get my reward and then we're gonna come out and see what we want to sell. The best things, honestly, the gas. All his infesteds are pretty far away. Yeah, we got some stuff to sell here. Anything in the bike? Nope. Out of room there.
The thought that I help someone splatter the brains of a
Look how far away I am from him.
just fills my
And how loud he still is. I hate it. Please, please, please give us an option to mute the traders in vanilla. I know there's a mod, but I'm just sick of it. I'm going to scrap all these things. I'm going to do the stun batons first so we can just sell the parts.
A vehicle is good until it breaks down. My weapons are reliable.
Sure, let's buy home cooking. Yeah, let's buy this water filter. We've got money to spend here, and it frees up a stack for us.
Keep it
Yeah.
coming.
Saves us having to cook all the water from the dew collector. It's one of those luxuries we can afford now. There's an airdrop over here. We'll go and get that. And then we'll head home. So here we are. Ranged mods, crafting skill, and a book we already have. A couple of medical bits. Alright, let's go. Right, home we are. I recognise this ridiculous looking place anywhere. Should we see what we got for crafting skills? Nothing exciting. And range mods. That's pretty good. Right, let's get sorted out. This miner outfit is better than that one. There we go, nice. That drop bundle. We might be able to find some sort of use for that. And this water filter goes in here. Cook up that water. Wow, we're doing so good on water in this series. Yeah, it's day 35, so it's horde night, by the way. So, we'll see what we need to do to the base. Shouldn't be much. Alright, let's see here. Bunch of concrete here. Bunch more here. And bunch of cobble. And we've got some blocks here, should we need them as well. There's steel blocks there, but maybe we use them for a base in the future or something. Right, so I think it's an idea to get anything that isn't... Look at this. To get anything that's cobble up to concrete, basically. Probably an idea. And this always takes a kicking down here. Look at that. Even those blocks underneath. There's a little bit of damage all over. Nothing crazy though. Right, let's get this up to concrete. I've seen a lot of discourse about jars online lately. Joel from the Fun Pimps actually went into the Reddit, didn't he? And asked people why they like jars and so on. And he asked the question, is it because they were easy? Now, I think what the developers of this game maybe don't understand is quite how easy water is when you're a veteran player regardless. So, the dew collector is super, super easy. Water's just like the easiest thing to get. You just go out, loot him, stick a couple of dew collectors down, you gold them. I think what they're not grasping is water's no harder now than it was back then. But I think people resent the change for change's sake. I don't personally care. I mean, the dew collectors, the jars, it's all the same to me. Water is just, you know, when you know what you're doing, water's not an issue at all. But I do understand people's frustration with things being changed for no reason, so it'll be interesting to see what they do. And it will be interesting to see if they do bring back some more survival elements to the game. and more sandbox options. If anyone's ever played Project Zomboid in the comments, the sandbox options in that game are crazy. There's pages and pages and pages of every option you can think about. That's a true sandbox experience. If they do something like that, I will be delighted. They already do it to a degree, you know, when Horde Night happens and so on. Day length and whatever. But if they let us control things like, do glass jars spawn in the world? Do dire wolves spawn just in the wasteland or also in the forest? You know, little things like that. It makes so much more replayability if you could just change so many more settings, I think. But like I said, I'm just curious to see what they do. And I'm optimistic for the future of the game. Man, this is hairy. Look at this. We're so high up here. Well, that's the pit concreted up. Oh, well, they've been beaten on that. Another problem we had last time out was they were just jumping across here. The more I'm thinking about it, the more I'm wondering if we shouldn't just block off all vision to us until they get to here. And just put solid blocks up all the way. I'm going to take a bit of beating and banging on blocks here, but I think that's what I'm going to do. Ow. Right, this will work a bit better, I think. We'll need to get rid of this. I think that's pretty much done. I'm up on the roof now. Spikes are intact. Yeah, so now they come this way and we won't see them until this point and they won't see us till this point. Is the thinking? I feel like that's going to work a lot better. Right, well, I think we're all concreted up at this point. Got more cobble and concrete here. The next step would be stealing up some bits then, I guess. You stupid chicken. A concrete mix, do it. That's the last of our stone right there. We really need to go mining specifically for stone. But yeah, steel and steel. We haven't got much. But there's a few bits I wouldn't mind stealing up over here. The most important bits are the stairs up. Making sure a ladder, at least one ladder, is also steeled up. They're going to want to stand and beat on things around here. So that needs to be steel. Otherwise they will just stand and beat on it. There we go. We've wrapped around the steel. Because they're always going for these bottom blocks as well. So I've just sturdied up a few of them. And I think that's how it's going to be. Let's get a screenshot of the base, shall we? Yeah, it's not looking too bad, is it? Kind of an interesting looking thing. There's our home base. Speaking of home base, I'm thinking it might be time to just get this place looking a bit neater, a bit more uniform. I think more archers here are in order. Oh yeah, that looks a bit nicer. Marginally. Oh yeah, look at that. Looks much nicer. Alright, we're getting low on concrete, so I'm going to leave that as it is for now, but we'll return back to Operation Upgrade the Base soon. Let's just quickly get this stuff. There we go. Replanting a bunch more super corn seed with our new recipe. Got another full stack there. It means that goes to trader. There you go. It's like 11 grand right there in supercorn. Keep 1,000 of this on us. Let's grab a bunch of these shells. Might use them a bit tonight. Sure, just get a bit more of this going while we're waiting. Yeah, we'll leave that there. Should be okay, right? Yeah, I'm sure it will be. Get up here. Double check. Yes, we have forged iron. Not much though. Electrical parts. A tiny bit of concrete. A tiny bit of steel for repairs. But it's enough. Oh, man. Kind of early now. See if we've got any more forged iron, because that's not much we've got there. Oh, yeah, we got loads here. Take like another 100 over. There we go. We'll even top off on steel for repairs. So just so you know, they can't spawn on anything I've placed in terms of cobble or concrete or whatever. But they can spawn on grass and asphalt and stuff, so they could spawn in here, here, there, behind the base over there. We shall see. Alright, looking forward to it. Oh look, we've got another skill point here. Yeah, let's do that for siphoning strikes, which means melee kills grant 8 HP. Then the next one will be 10 HP, which we should get tonight, quite easily. And then after that, it probably will be big and fast, which people have been crying out for ages. I'm still getting comments in old videos saying, you know, you need to do this, you need to do this. So I'm happy with how I've spent my points so far, but it was always in the back of my mind to eventually get that perk. Let's take a Skull Crusher. Why not, eh? What's that do exactly? Plus 50% melee damage. Cool. If you're interested, level 75, game stage 130, 3,738 enemy kills. I have not turned on the generator. And I need to turn the sound down because that's so loud. So if it's your first time seeing this base, that's a big pit down there. They can come back up the ladders, as you can see that lumberjack doing there, or there's a ramp entrance for them as well. And it just means they've got somewhere to kind of filter out to. Stop me getting too overwhelmed in this area. Stops them, you know, piling up on top of each other and stuff, because there's like basically a relief valve there. This is annoying when they kind of hang off the edge like this and defy physics, you know? Oh, nice. It is a lot darker up here since I blocked the view a bit, but I think it's necessary because cops were just shooting from, like, you know, miles away. Oh, wow! We've got frost claws. Right, did that damage this? I think that hit me. Kind of ridiculous that you can pull a stone up out of that, but there we go. Right, I need to try and interrupt those guys if I see them again. And speaking of, I need to switch to this type of ammo. Alright, cool. Making sure it still works. But the good thing about this design is the frost claws would have been thrown from down there before, because they would be able to see me. Alright, get him. But now we're stopping them doing that and forcing them to come up here. So it limits the amount of damage they can do to me and my base. Hopefully, anyway. But there's a skill point I was talking about. Siphoning strikes, 5 for 5, baby. Fortitude's great this time around. Lots of good stuff in there. The hit points, the siphoning strikes, it's really strong stuff, you know? So there's not many radiateds, or any radiateds for that matter. Feral bikers is pretty gnarly. Feral lumberjacks I've seen. The frost claws are obviously pretty terrifying. Boom. But yeah, nothing radiated as of yet. And what did I say we were? Game stage 132. We're not that far from, you know, the fabled 150 where you're supposed to get demos. That's interesting. Just make sure that's all topped off there. Wish I had like a little camera where I could see them in the pit. Like a little monitor set up here. Like a little iPad on the wall or something. Hook it up to a camera. That'd be cool. Surveillance cameras, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Oh, I see her fall. It's nice when there's a slow one in front and all the fast ones are stuck behind it as well. Because it's so narrow, this walkway. Excuse me, biker, what are you doing? Stop ruining it for everyone. Uh-oh. Oh man, I don't know where he is now. Hopefully he didn't throw that block. Because they do serious block damage. I've got to keep an eye out for him coming back around. Be ready to switch. There he is. Well, thank you for lighting up the place there, mutated dude. Yeah, I would like a spotlight, I think. Maybe just like a light bulb. Feral white. Man, I just fall into a trance with this stuff sometimes. So much fun. Just looping them in something like this. Taking them out. I mean, this design's been the same. Whoa! The spider was interesting. I think he must have jumped from the little gap down there. Yeah, this design's basically been the same since, you know, day 7. And it'll probably be fine for most of it. We might want to introduce some, like, you know, shotgun turrets and stuff later on. Get down. Well, so far so good. I mean, we've had mutated, feral lumberjacks, feral bikers, frost claws. Nothing we can't deal with so far. Let's not forget the feral whites. A lot of mutated, though. I will say that. But we've been keeping up with it, no problem. Oh, nice. Only a couple of hours left. We're dealing with it. Look at them down there. Idiots. Lots of tourists. In the words of Jarvis Cocker, everybody hates tourists. Let me know if you get that reference. Oh, here we go. People will be happy to see a point in big and fast. Man, I can hear them really close by trying to beat on something. I think they must be just down there. And we could just keep them at the end of the walkway for the most part if we wanted to with this gun. This shotgun's crazy. Is that a direwolf I can hear or a mutated? Hard to tell. Because they kind of sound like they're barking a bit sometimes, the mutateds. Oh, dog. Maybe it was a dog I heard. Oh no, it was direwolves. It was direwolves. Oh man, I hope they managed to path properly back up. Because I have built a way out just for them and the dogs. But here it comes again. Oh, we got one of them. It is cool that like the Bernie dudes and stuff have started appearing again. There's another direwolf down. Get out of my way, you. You're so slow. Hello, dog. Oh, here come the cops. Man, those things are scary, the direwolves. I'm taking out a lot of cops. We must be close on that cop slayer thing. That challenge. Step back so we don't get hit. Vulture, white. Oh, maybe I've already got the cop one. Man, I can hear so many of them beating and banging on something. Ooh, that looked like a painful landing. I think I got 3 of them in one shot then with this. That's efficiency right there. Right, it's about to be 4 AM. Survive 5 blood moons is complete. Come on. Right, it sounds like there's an awful lot of them still. Turn that off. Let's go out and... Oh, how's that been damaged? Well, get down. Anyone else? Yes? What day you set me on fire? Right, I think we're done. No, okay, somebody's still coming, but we'll let them come to us. I haven't got time for you. I think I've opened them all, so they should last a bit longer now. Let's go get our bike. I'm not seeing any loot bags dropped here, so that's a good sign. Let's just read anything we can. Alright, clear. Double check there's nothing up here. Nope, can't see anything. Let's double check what they've done out here, damage-wise. So they've Okay, they're beating on this, which is fine. That's what this is here for, literally. Oh, wow. Really did a number on that, but didn't quite manage to get the job done. And likewise here. Wow, look at that. They've nearly completely destroyed that one. I think I will, in fact, let them have that so I can upgrade what's behind it next time. There's all our Horde Knight stuff. Get this all chucked away. We've got 2 Scrapping for Fern, 3 Forger Heads, Tactical Warfare. Alright, we're sorted. Thank you very much for watching. Really hope you enjoyed. If you did, let me know by leaving a like down below. Subscribe if you do want to see more. Special thanks to the members of Team 25 who support the channel via channel memberships. It really is appreciated. As always, have a good one, and I'll catch you next time. Bye bye.